One, action.
Yo, what up, dudes? This is the Dudezzz podcast. Here with me, I got my dudes Noah and Dre.
Yo, what up? This is my boy Cheeseburger. I'm Dre, and he's the guest for today.
Yes, sir. I'm Cheeseburger. I'm lucky to be here. Getting to talk about the topic today. And next to me is Noah.
What's up, guys? I'm Noah, also known as OVL now. But yeah, today we're going to talk about this very important topic that I feel like we all feel pretty deep about. So, Donnie, would you like to introduce?
Yeah, so today we're going to be talking about the most dangerous criminals in U.S. history. So we're going to go down the line kind of. Today I'm talking about serial killers, so I'll talk about guys like Ted Bundy, the Zodiac Killer. And then Dre, who are you talking about today?
I'll be talking about mobsters and gangsters like Al Capone and Pablo Escobar.
So my topic was given to me by these guys.
He's a guest. He's a guest.
I'm nervous, guys.
Alright, restart.
No,
Let's give me a cut out.
Let's give me a cut out.
Okay. Today I'll be talking about terrorists. So I'll be bringing up 9/11. I'll be bringing up the Boston Marathon bombing, and yeah.
So my topic was just murderers in general. But I took a different stance on it. I started targeting assassins, so people like John Wilkes Booth, who killed Abraham Lincoln, and Lee Harvey, who killed and assassinated John F. Kennedy.
Yep. So on the topic of the most dangerous criminals, I researched serial killers like Ted Bundy. I also researched Jeffrey Dahmer a little bit. Bundy was known for his luring in his victims due to his looks and attractiveness, and murdered over 30, or at least confessed to over 30 victims, or murdering over 30 people. While Dahmer did the same, just he didn't have as many murders, but he was a very interesting person when it came to luring in people at gay bars and stuff like that. And he was also really well known for being a cannibal, which is kind of like, you guys might have watched the show before.
Can you explain to the media what a cannibal is for some?
It's when you eat your own people.
Wow, that's disgusting.
How would Dahmer go about these activities? How do you do his daily?
So
what was his daily
job?
job?
I think what he did was he would literally go to gay bars, meet a nice dude, and then take him home and drug him, and then pretty much what's the word?
Sedate them. And then he take their limbs off. That's disgusting. He put them in the fridge, right?
Yeah, he put them in the fridge, and then he'd eat their limbs.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
I've never heard of
Do you know what he did? Do you know what he was in his daily life to kind of cover up? No, you don't.
So would you say he is more of a psychopath or just a serial killer?
He had a lot. I think he had a lot go wrong in his childhood, a lot of trauma go wrong.
Okay.
And I think that was one of the reasons.
So would you say a lot of your people come from messed up childhoods? And
Serial killers?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
trauma.
what's the psychological background?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I feel like we can kind of all accommodate onto that.
Yeah.
Our people are crazy. They're clinically insane.
I'll back that up on the terrorist part, because the Boston Marathon bombers, they had the older brother had a tough childhood. He grew up in Dagestan, and he was always raised around the terrorist stuff. And I feel like him wanting to be his dad and all that, I think that
He's kind of looked up to him in a way, and it's influence.
And then he also noticed that America wasn't being nice to him, and they weren't accepting of him. So he knew that, I grew up in this terrorist family, and I grew up in this way of life. Then I'm gonna become that. So
exactly.
it's a good topic.
Dre, what you talking about?
I'm talking about, I researched some Al Capone stuff about how he would smuggle in alcohol and drugs, and he had a 7-year supply, or 7-year reign as a crime boss until he was arrested at 33, and he had a really tight connection with law enforcement, and
He went to Alcatraz, am I correct? After?
I believe so.
But
Yeah,
didn't they get him for tax fraud?
he was
Bro, have you heard
charged
that?
on 22 counts of tax evasion.
Yeah.
Have you heard about the stuff of when they go to Alcatraz? There's sharks circling that thing, so nobody can escape.
Well, I have a personal experience. I've been to Alcatraz. Very cool. Super windy, but so they put you on this island, but they give you these headphones, and they tell you the stories about all these criminals, and eventually you'll hear about the 2 people. I don't recall the names, but about the 2 people who dug out with spoons and they managed to escape. We don't know where they're at. They could have died.
I think they just
Fun fact about Alcatraz: it's also a Call of Duty Zombies map.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Fun fact there, guys.
But he was also labeled public enemy #1 during his reign, and
Huh.
There was really no repercussions for him for about 7 to 10 years, and they just let him walk free
Yep.
until there was a whole big mess about other governments,
Yeah.
this, that, and now.
Yeah.
All that soft
So,
stuff.
so now that we're done kind of like explaining our subtopics, like, do you guys really think that, like, you talked about murders, you talked about terrorists and like those kind of attacks, you talked about drug, and I talked about serial killers, like, do you guys really think that your subtopics are the most dangerous criminals, or do you kind of like, what do you guys think?
I would say mine are the most mysterious criminals. Like, you don't really know what they're gonna do, cause like their job is to kill. Like these,
Yeah,
you're
like
killing, your
kidnapping
people killing them
stuff
because
like
they're crazy.
Yeah.
He might. Well, me and Chase kind of agree with our topics.
Same,
that
same
point
thing
of
could
view.
be said about.
But we don't.
Yeah.
Ours are really unpredictable. We know Ted Bundy was gonna kill more people if he didn't get put away. you
Yeah.
know? But like these people, you don't know what their next move is. With money.
Exactly, and that's the same thing he was talking about the Boston bombing, and like that can kind of relate. Like, you didn't know. You
Like,
didn't know
yeah,
that.
so like after their first bombing at the marathon, like they didn't know what they were gonna do until they stopped them.
You know, yeah, I wouldn't say most dangerous, but most like well-known and influential criminals of their time. Because that's kind of where my focus was at.
Yeah, I get that for sure. Like, almost like not famous, but like popular.
Yeah,
In a way,
like
kinda
very
like-
influential and well-known.
Yeah. So like, I'll ask this question. I don't want to get under anyone's skin here, and I don't know if it's a sensitive topic, but what do you guys think like the Menendez brothers case kind of ranks around that, like, criminal wise? Like dangerous.
I'm gonna die on the hill that those guys are innocent people.
Okay.
Like they're just kids with a messed up childhood, and they had to figure out a way. The way they killed their parents
So-
was a little gruesome.
Do you think they would kind of fall under your category, or
No.
or Chase's category?
I wouldn't say they were sad. I wouldn't like.
No, they're not really
But you're-
terrorists. They're
like-
just in my case, I think they're just defending themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like from future.
Because wasn't
future-
it life or death for them? Like their parents.
It
were-
was, yeah, no, they were
Yeah.
some pretty
It was
messed up
some
stuff I
messed
heard
up
about
stuff,
that.
I don't know much about them, but the base level stuff is defending themselves, and they were just had a rough childhood.
They were dumb. They
Yeah.
had too
So
much
the
of
dudes
it.
agree on Menendez brothers innocent. They need to be out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I think they
write that
should
down.
definitely make like a law or set something in place that like if you're getting harmed for that long, you retaliation
something
isn't
about
a
it,
bad
man.
thing.
That's one thing, man. If you don't do something about what's going wrong in your life, nothing's gonna change.
And if the law enforcement's not putting a stop to it, or you can't go to them because you're gonna get
Yeah.
killed.
Yeah. So I just want to ask Noah a little bit like a brief question here. So, you know, often terrorist attacks are usually seen as attacks on like America or like things that are like are high level things. So like the September 11th attacks, it was attacked on the Pentagon, the defense agency. of
Political
America.
buildings.
Political buildings. So like the World Trade Center, large building, center of New York.
So yeah, I feel like
Pentagon, like-
you're as a terrorist, they're going after like, like not buildings, but like historic buildings type of things.
And like things that are vital to America.
Yeah, things that are important to the people.
So would you say, so to further my question, would you say that,
I feel like they
As-
go after more like easy targets
They
that they
go
can
after-
kill
yeah.
mass people with.
would you say that in this case, like John Wilkes Booth is a terrorist for attacking our president, who is a vital part of America?
Yeah, no, I would totally agree that he is a terrorist in some sort of form because his main goal was to take out a political figure that did mean a lot to America at that
Yeah,
point in time.
so like that could be said, same thing, September 11th, they attacked the Pentagon,
Yeah.
and then there was one plane that was crashed in the middle of the field in Pennsylvania that was on its way to the US Capitol.
Yeah.
So I think these are fixed attacks, and I think obviously assassination of the presidents are fixed attacks, so I think it can tie into terrorism.
Yeah, so your people are convinced that what they're doing is the right thing. My people is convinced that the money they're gonna get from this overall is just gonna make them think it's the right
Yeah.
thing.
How much did John Wilkes Booth get?
I have no, like, that information.
Was he? Is it like he's a confirmed hired assassin, or is
Yeah,
that like he
yeah.
is kind of pissed with?
Yeah, it was obvious. He walked up right behind Abraham Lincoln, pointed the gun, club out, you know, and put it
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys get
Oh, he didn't use a bow and arrow.
So Donnie, I just want to ask you this question here. So like, what's your opinion on like, obviously like 9/11, there's a lot of like fatalities and like there's a lot of like tragedy. How can like our main topic today, kind of like those dangerous criminals only terrorize one area? How can you kind of play a factor on that? When
So I think it's like talking about like mainly my two guys, you know, Dahmer and Bundy, kind of like the longevity of their not, I wouldn't say attacks, but
They're
like
rain.
I feel like
yeah,
what
yeah.
me and Chase are
They
trying to
kind of
say.
like, they kind of just wait for so long. Like Chase, you're talking about the Boston bombing and 9/11. Like those were two things that was one event that happened. We're talking Bundy here. That's 30 different events.
Yeah.
Think about it.
30,
That's 30
known.
That's
He
30
said
known. That's
there's
just what he
more.
confessed
Okay,
to.
okay.
So like that's kind of where I kind of like I'm like
No, sure.
that's
I feel like what
That's
me and
on-
Chase are getting at is our have a lot of third party issues. Like everybody was affected by it, but your person's only affecting that one. Like
Like
if
that
friends and
same
family,
yes,
of course.
It's not like.
But like when the Boston Marathon happened, or when John Woods
It's
killed
like-
Abe Lincoln.
But if we're
thousands
talking
and
about,
hundreds of people.
like most dangerous criminals here though, like I think the serial killers part, like what I'm talking about mainly the longevity part, is what really makes him the most dangerous
So,
criminal.
Do you know how
Or
long he
serial
was killing
killers.
for? Like how long he was kept? You don't have that.
From off the
Not
top of
off
my
the
head, I
top of
want
my
to say
head.
like a couple,
Yeah, he might have
three,
been in the
two,
lane for
2,
almost
3
But I know
years.
he
think
was
he's
just
Washington
in an apartment.
Native, isn't he?
Yeah.
He was just
Yeah,
in
he
an
was
apartment
killings
building, right?
in Washington.
In an apartment building as well.
Who?
He would just take him to his apartment. Right?
Dahmer?
He didn't have his own house.
You talking about Bundy or Dahmer?
Dahmer, correct?
Dahmer did that in Wisconsin, yeah, but
It's
Bundy would do the
disgusting.
same thing. Bundy was a little straighter than Dahmer. Okay, so he'd go and find women.
You're saying there's something.
No, I'm just saying he'd go to regular bars and
I think he-
use
one
his
one has
looks
scrubs.
to attract
Yeah.
women
They both have
and
scrubs,
bring his women back or
as well.
poison their drinks or anything like that, and then boom kablow.
Because I remember him
Yeah.
him being so attractive was the way he got.
Exactly.
Instead of Dahmer was actually
Yeah.
drugging them and like
But I want to take a look
getting them drunk.
on mine still, because you can talk about James Earl Ray, who assassinated MLK. Huge political figure during the civil rights movement, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
And to this day, people like they're all around the school. There's still
You
pictures.
still
Yeah.
celebrate him to this day.
And it's
you
like
remember.
still, yeah, your own holiday now. But like, that's just how much it affected the people. Like it affects us so much longer than like Jeffrey Dahmer or Al Capone affected somebody.
So
you
like
know?
September 11th is still known to this day. It's been what 25 years,
Yeah.
and the Boston Marathon bombing. It's been so long, and the way Boston came back from this was huge. Like our country was united.
Yep.
That's why we're called the United
It
States of
felt like
America.
it tear us apart, but it brought us.
It tears us apart, but it brought us
Yeah.
back together.
Which
Like
really-
these are tragedy. These are such tragedies.
Like, have
And
you seen that?
And it's just like it makes America stronger and it makes
Yeah,
it
the way
Have
we
you
bounce
seen that
back.
clip of like when they found Osama bin Laden and they found out he was killed?
Yes.
Like the whole Phillies.
Yeah, I saw that with the guys that ran
the
out with the
Phillies-
flag in there.
and they were all
Sammy
doing,
Sosa,
like-
right?
Well, no.
That was
no,
9/11.
when
That was 9/11,
when
okay.
they found Osama and killed Osama, the Phillies stadium were all chanting USA.
Yeah,
USA.
and I saw
Yeah.
that.
No, I'm getting goosebumps.
So,
Yeah, just talking about that
so
moment.
I haven't heard a lot from Dre today, but I want to go into like how Noah's question, kind of like how mob people like your guys, like how that
Sure,
can
yeah.
how that can affect
I'm all open to. I mean,
like how
Pablo Escobar, for a good stint, was bringing in 70 to 80 tons of powder cocaine a month, and started what was it called?
Damn, who needs that much cocaine?
He started the
Am I right?
Medellin cartel, which distributed it, and that was like a big.
What was the cartel name? Sorry.
Medellin, I think.
I think
Medellin.
Medellin.
Medellin, and
yeah.
he started like big. What's it called? Like smuggle routes, or
Yeah.
like routes in from like a bunch of these foreign countries
So,
into the United States.
I just want to talk like how can that affect, like obviously the drugs will affect them, but how can that affect long term, like how can it affect
I
like
mean,
diet,
I
like,
feel like
all
it
those-
introduces
still
the
being
culture
used.
of that. Like,
Yeah.
he was very influential and just started a bigger business than what it was. You know, like he was the first guy
Yeah,
to
I
really
get
just
what
like
you're
push it, and then like it spreads.
Yeah.
But like,
I like
how
trickle down effect.
does being affiliated with him make him dangerous? Like how does like people having like that relationship with him, how can that affect their lives?
It's not so much the dangerous; it's like what they're doing is dangerous. And he died from a gunshot wound. So that stuff like that is plays a part.
Who died to a gunshot?
Pablo Escobar.
I thought he was in prison.
Pablo Escobar went back into where's he from again? He became heavily involved in politics actually for about 11 years
Huh.
before he died. Yeah, no,
I didn't know
fun
that.
fact.
I could have sworn he was in the U.S. prison.
Yeah, that's a good fact. to
He
end on,
came.
boys.
He ended up being a politician.
So let's all come back together right now, guys, after our long conversations. Well, what do we all agree on? What do we think is the worst criminal in U.S. or like type of criminal in U.S. history. Donnie talked about Jeffrey Dahmer and the horrible acts he did.
Ted Bundy as
And
well.
Ted Bundy. You talked about Al Capone and Ted, or remind me what we're talking about. Pablo Escobar sneaking millions and millions of dollars worth of drugs into the
He
United
quickly
States.
was one of the richest people in the
Yeah.
United States.
And then Chase talking about just disasters striking U.S. and just affecting U.S. history, and me as well talking about disasters and political figures and civil rights activists getting murdered in plain public.
You know,
view.
I think there's something to be said that like in the Bible they talk about no sin is greater than a different one. So it's like all these are really awful and terrible to talk about and have because like how many deaths were caused from cocaine that people don't really
We
speak
don't
of.
know, but
And I feel like a lot of that
Or
goes
how
unsaid.
many people did Pablo Escobar and Al Capone kill while he was transferring
yeah.
all these drugs?
Because those guys are ruthless out there, man.
Exactly. Those
you know,
drugs,
they can
those-
cover stuff up like nobody else, and it's like, but also back to the terrorist attacks. That's really that's tragic. I mean, the
Yeah.
9/11,
That
like
can destroy a
how many
country,
thousands of tens of thousands of people did that kill?
No, but I feel like we had a great conversation today, but we are coming to the consensus right now that all you said. What was the Bible you quoted?
All crimes, no crimes, that much worse than another.
All
You know,
these people
all
are
terrible.
evil, horrible people. And what we need to do as a country is to come together and prevent these situations from happening.
You see something, say something.
See something,
Exactly.
say something.
Yeah.
Okay. This was. Oh.
I just want to say thank you guys for having
Oh
me.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, man.
Don't forget to hit the like,
Don't forget to hit the like and follow,
Yes, sir.
button. Follow
Yes,
me
sir.
on OVO Cheeseburger.
Appreciate you
on
guys hopping
Instagram.
into the dudes.
I just want to say thank you guys for having me. I'm so glad to spread awareness about 9/11 and just this Boston Marathon bombing, tragic things. And I just want to say thank you guys again. And the Dudezzz podcast, check them out. Keep following them. I'll see you guys
Come
later.
on. Power Wolf.
Yes, sir. Check you
Peace
guys
out, dudes.
Later,
Wait,
bro.
should we do pounded noggin?
Yeah. Ready?
Pound it. Noggin.
See ya.